ancient giants, thousands of years old, are waking up and their elite are disappearing, according to Corey Good. Giants that have been hibernating for thousands of years, waking up, being sought after by military elite, according to several independent sources. Once located, the awakened giants are presumed to be captured and held hostage by powerful global elite groups who do not want the rest of humanity to learn the truth, according to him. Corey Good, the informant of the secret space program, was one of the first to make public the existence of stasis chambers that held perfectly preserved giants of thousands of years ago. August 4th, 2015, in an interview with the popular show Cosmic Revolution, he discussed how he had access to the information through smart glass pads during his secret service on the sleeping giants and the technology of the stasis chambers that maintained them. He said, when I was on the program, the secret space program, when I had time to sit down and look at the smart glass notebook, there was a lot of information I looked at, and one of them was that there were beings found below the surface of the earth, usually under mountains, burial mountains, such as the Indian burial mounds, that were not dead but were not alive enough. They called them standing beings or stasis giants, and it turned out that they had used the technology that was there long before the group called the Ancient Builder Race. So they did not put these creatures in a position, as many of us would think, as if they froze them, but they just changed the way they lived time. They could probably go to sleep for maybe 20 minutes and 30,000 years or so would have passed. Good describes the size of the creatures found in these cabins when they were first discovered around the world in the 19th century. And looking down, they saw these very tall building beings. They were very large human giants with reddish beards. These tall groups of redheaded were in Europe and South and North America. And apparently at one point before the last ice age, obviously, they had a very large area that they ruled. Good gives examples of these stasis chambers found around the world. Some are still working, he says, with different modern human groups that have learned to use technology, while others have been destroyed and stagnant beings have died as a result. In the territories of Iran, a tomb was found by the magician Eureka, a total of 12,000 flights. There were recorded videos in 2008 featuring the supposed stasis giants, not a giant discovered in Kurdistan region of Iran. He was not a giant though. And according to Good, from the moment these giants were spotted, they were still kept, and anyone who woke up joined them and were not allowed to interact with the general public. And according to Stephen Quayle, who's written several books about these giants, elites of the U.S. military have been deployed, including Afghanistan, to locate giants like this. During one of the radio shows, Quayle interviewed Coast to Coast AM. One of his informants called and told the public about an incident in Afghanistan. The informant claimed that there was a giant there. So there are various videos here you can watch. Quayle used biblical sources to support his analysis of giants and what they mean to humanity. Basically, he sees them as the biblical NEPHILIM, who are the descendants of demonic entities that are hostile to humanity. The NEPHILIM giants, according to him, were destined to reappear at end times to be restored to power by corrupt world elite. Now, before history, giants and fallen angels ruled the earth like gods until humanity revolted in a colossal battle, expelling these creatures. And now they have made a disturbing discovery. Some of these giants are still alive, kept in secret underground caves in a state of rejuvenation, waiting to be revived. And they claim we're still a secret society, operates outside the law, determined to bring these monsters back to life and restore the creatures as rulers of mankind. Interestingly, there are those that report, they have sources confirming these giants have been kept in stasis chambers for long periods of time. They are now waking up, and this is in line with what Good discovered in a smart glass notebook, but there are those that believe that these Nephilim giants are ready to work with the global elite to restore demonic control over the planet. Does not correspond to what Good read about in his notebooks. According to Good, the motives of these giants were much more complex than suggested by others, and giants belonging to highly developed civilizations in the history of mankind, that they themselves had been kept in sleeping chambers throughout the dark ages of mankind. Their awakening was a sign that we are on the verge of a global shift, and many of these giants want to play a constructive role in that transition, not just regain control of humanity. Another independent source came forward to discuss the motives of these stasis giants, who are of course in their sleeping chambers, and how they were found and disguised by special forces. The C pseudonym claims to be both a contact alien and an agent for global resistance movement dating back to 1975, when it was first introduced to the New York subway tunnels. While there, the controversy over the identity of activities has released a lot of information that's very accurate in some people's independent research into secret space programs and extraterrestrial visits to Earth, and therefore information deserves careful consideration. In an interview March 21st, Cobra talked about stasis giants, and provided the additional source information about their activities, and he answered a series of questions about these stasis giants. Cobra said, yes, some of these claims are true. Giants have been stopped in special chambers caused by a specific vibrational frequency, some form of intensity of subatomic particles, with the energies from the galactic center activating these chambers, and these beings then woke up from hibernation, and many such cases have already taken place lately in the world. The armies of most countries, or let's say the big countries, have captured them in various bases and suppressed it from the masses. They put themselves in a state of stagnation or a deep sleep. They did not anticipate possibility the planet would be in such a state of occupation when they awoke. And yes, that's been happening a lot lately. And the question was, that's amazing. Are these giants of a positive nature? Cobra said most of them yes, but some of them are not. Information on the motives of giants is very important, as it's obvious that such beings are physically very strong, as well as possess more information about past cultures. Cobra's information is consistent with what Good describes as smart glass notebooks. And the question was, why are they waking up now due to the activity of the galactic central sun? Cobra says because they went to those booths. They did not want to wait for a change. They put themselves in hibernation, so they don't want to wait too long on this planet. And now, where change is happening, they're interested in taking part in this change, but they did not expect the surface population to be held hostage to such an extent, and are now being held hostage by the Chimera group. Anyway, please leave your comments on this. Thank you for your support. There's a lot of people claiming various things. I don't know. It's up to you to do research and find out if this is true or not. This is from a translated Greek article for you from Exopolitics. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.